So here we go. Raven the Devil here, and if you're watching at some point today or now, and it's streaming, we are loading into the Red Dead Redemption 2 online beta. So we're going to see what it's all about. My first attempt at doing one of these. And we're going to go ahead and make Raven the Devil in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, Sheriff. Here they are.
Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right. Let's see what we got.
I'm not a gender blender issue, and as usual, I'm going with the male.
Okay, you head through there.
He's already pretty rough looking. Not too horribly dissimilar to me. And apparently we can pick a name. This ought to be interesting. I have no idea what to name this guy.
You aren't going anywhere, and neither am I. Take the time.
We'll just go ahead and use the name I'm known by as Raven. For a start, I guess. I have no idea. This should be interesting. Whew. Well, it's certainly better than GTA was. Well, gee, doesn't that look all smashed in? They're certainly giving you a good bunch of choices so far. Hey, welcome the two folks watching this. I have no idea what I'm doing with any of this yet, so we're just going to keep rotating till I like something. I think this will work for now.
Except that you're innocent. I'd find that hard to believe.
We can make him chubby. Ooh. That's what they consider heavy. I guess brawny. Looks about the same. I guess this is the Close Encounter of the Third Kind edition. Or just the hungry type.
You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town...
Yeah, we'll go with brawny, what the hell.
You were likely to be shot. It's a process.
As an angry old man, I don't know. Furrowed brow just seems to appeal to me, but well, yeah, why not? Oof, that's kind of rough. Welcome, yet again a third person watching this. I've been looking forward to this. I don't know about how many of y'all are fans of the series. I recently, in the last couple of years, got into it. And been looking forward to this ever since. So while we're waiting, for those of you who are watching, and of course may watch later, Smoocher. Ooh, isn't that special? Idea for the angry old man here. Not probably going to be returning to radio. For those of you who have been wondering, and I know some have asked, what I had planned to do with the Vault of Metal and Raven the Devil and what I've been doing over the last almost 20 years. Well, no, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over the whole radio thing. There's no money in it, and that's an important thing as I'm entering into old age. You know, going to be 50 in a little while, and not right away, but soon enough. And it's time to move on. And this is something I spend a lot of time doing when I don't have much else to do. Chompers. Ooh, gilded. Ooh, I don't know. Plum wore out. There's an accurate one. Hayseed. Long dead. Oh, I can only imagine. But so yeah, this may actually kind of be a direction where I'm considering going, maybe doing something with this. I'm just rambling on at the moment while we figure out what this idiot's gonna look like. And getting used to all this sort of thing. And anyhow, sorry about that. I momentarily had to chase off the animal of the vault. So this is kind of the route I've been looking at going at, is perhaps doing something like this, rambling as I want to do on occasion. Oof. At least try to get something close to my natural color. This guy's supposed to be 22. Don't need to look like a senior citizen. Welcome yet again another person. Don't worry, I'll be shutting up here momentarily once we get done with this to actually watch where this goes. Well, now there's an epic mustache I haven't seen since Portland, Oregon. Ha! No. I guess we're going to go with the goatee. Matching the hair color and moving on to character creation. If you played GTA 5, you know you had parents. Apparently in this game we don't. And kind of digging on the fact that we don't. A lot of choices here, similar to some other more newer games that I've seen. As an angry old man on games, I've been playing these things since pixelated things. And I'm quite impressed so far. Very rock star look, but I've seen much worse. I don't think I need any moles on my face. He's ugly enough as it is. Spots. Where are these spots? Anyone see a spot? I don't see a spot. Is starting to feel like character creation is a lot like designing your car in GTA 5. Now, if that was in the middle, that'd be the one that kind of resembles fine tune, huh? Oh, I see. If it was in the middle, it would look like the one I've got in real life. Kind of like that one. Think we'll go with that. Welcome, everyone here. I think we're ready to launch this thing. Droopy ears, huh? I guess that's what we're going with. Neutral. Alright, here we go. Let's see what starting Red Dead Redemption 2 online looks like. Or not? What am I doing wrong, I wonder? Whistle. Of course, the train behind the house has to come through during this, adding authenticity.
Fine. Go and get your picture took. Hold up your fingers. Stay there.
Alright, let's see what the hell's gonna happen in the Wild West.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchens aid staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving!
You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out near Tumbleweed. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah! I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You lot stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education.
Good day, gentlemen. Oh. Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay. Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns, and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
Well, that was a little more underwhelming than the breakout of jail descriptor they gave us initially. But still curious.
That's not much of an animal, but they haven't got far to ride. Just get on the horse when you're good and ready, okay? Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you, forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course, but you will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. She's just up here. There's the camp. Get your horse. Tie it here.
Nah, we haven't had a month to learn how to do this yet. All right, hitch your horse. Hand-holding 101.
She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Horley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Horley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
Well, wardrobe. Oh boy, we get to be purring now. Wow. Not many choices, but interesting nonetheless. Oh, just for a laugh, had to look at the overalls. Ah! A lot more options, I do have to say, than the single player. At least starting clothing-wise. What, did they know I had my old militant punk rock days where I liked the 22-hole boot? Oh, how nice. Ooh, that's kinda scary.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are, the people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend, Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Hawley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay.
Glad I wore gloves.
Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
I don't know, my viewing audience, those of you who are here with me, I think we're going to have to go with Gaptooth Ridge. What do you think?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck. I'm sure you're tired. Get this done and you can rest.
Oh, Scrawny Nag, what an original name. So far, so good. Let's go get into some trouble. Let's see, anything to harvest while we ride? I don't see anything other than some little critters running about. So the thought was, as I mentioned earlier, I may be starting some sort of channel for while I play this. Why not, you know? Kind of getting out of the radio thing. It killed my interest in music, and I'm trying to find a new way to enjoy the digital online world that isn't dealing with social media. So, this might be where I go. If I am, I'm thinking of the name Old Man on Games, or something similar. Not sure yet. Still be the irascible, angry old bastard. Those of you who know who I am will probably recognize. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Certainly pretty. I gotta give it that. As I sit here and ride through the desert. Almost feel homesick for New Mexico. Almost. Oh, would you look at that. Here we go. Let's see what kind of trouble we get into here. I'm not used to the character voices. I got used to GTA and the silent majority. Alright, I have to just take a moment and see these. Ah! This one here, damn you, may be one I use a lot. And there's even a wheel. Let's see what we can do. Interesting. Walk style. I think we'll go with Gunslinger for now. Just for something until I get a chance to play with it later. Let's see. Whoop. All right. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. Let's see what they tell us here.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up near Gap Tooth Ridge. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
Eagle Eye seems to work, just like in the single player. So far, I think I'm quite enjoying this. The completionist in me wants to hunt and search for everything, but since y'all are watching with me as I go through this for the first time, I'm just gonna go ahead and play it straight and see if I can survive getting shot at. No binoculars yet. But that looks to be a hideout, or at least a camp that potentially could be hostile. Let's go pick a fight. Come and get it, you redneck scum. Come here. Oh, there he is. Ooh, that's actually a lot of fun. Well, that went better than expected. They don't lose their hats like they did in the single player, though. Too bad. Wouldn't mind a sombrero. It's kind of hot out. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Is that a hat I see? It is a hat. A better hat, I think. Oh yes, much better. And yeah, folks, those of you watching the message or alert I've just received, I will check it in a bit. I am a bit of a clothing and loot whore, so you'll probably see a few clothing changes through this playthrough.
Okay. Okay. You're good. You're real good, friend. Here. Take this. It's a map. Just be kind.
Ooh, so that's how that was gonna work. I just couldn't trust him. He had to die. Interesting. It may not let me get in there till I open my satchel. Quite a long way from the start of the single player. How interesting. Odd, a perfectly good chest and inaccessible. Wonder if that's a day one. Yeah, must be a day one glitch. Can't seem to get into the wagon. Alright, anything else to steal? That's bugging me. It just seems like you should be able to get into that wagon. No matter what. Oh, wait. What was that? Oh, ho, maybe that was preventing me somehow. Nope. Interesting, anyways. Let's go find us some treasure. Pose to me as well. What do y'all think? Do you think we'll be able to steal other people's horses? Have posses sent after us for stealing them? I'm actually kind of curious to see if that'll happen. At least it seems cinematic works like the single player. So far, so good. Being new to this broadcasting while gaming thing, you know, not really sure what I'm going to be saying yet. Again, talking about the show. I'm retiring it. I don't think that'll be coming back. And this channel will just kind of sit here as I figure out some other things. But I'm pulling away from the whole music thing. I think I'll be going more towards my voiceovers. Maybe some acting on some capacity. But I think my time in radio is over. Who knows? Maybe I'll just be an angry old man on games. Oh, the internet depresses me now. I just don't know. Whoa, angry horsey. Ah, that explains why I'm near the treasure. Mustn't forget to feed the horse. Ooh, I want to catch me one of those. So just for a laugh, let's see how quickly I can get thrown from a horse. And ability cards, wonder what those are. Well, apparently it's not going to let me catch a horse because I got to look at a damn thing. Alright, let's figure out what ability cards are. I think I'm going to go with recuperate. Looks like, at least at first, I'm gonna have to go with the hand holding. But it makes sense. Could they make this horse any more emaciated? All it needs now is like a Sally Struthers rescue and some flies. I wonder if this is camp. Ooh, I like it. So unless I end up gaming with people and talking, I'm going to mute for this. I want to thank everybody so far for tuning in. I'm quite surprised with the sheer number of y'all who have started watching Red Dead Online with me. Wonder if we'll actually get somebody.
I win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother, Clive. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a gang of ne'er-do-wells. They are a bunch of degenerates, not good people. They're out at Raskeller Fork with a bunch of horses they stole from me. Well, that's a lie, but they stole them off a fella I was gonna steal them off of. Maybe you could get them for me. You think you could do that for me, Pop? Oh, look. Here are your friends. Well, good. Meet me at the stable at Tumbleweed once you have the horse flesh, and I'll pay you good. Oh, and Pop, Horley wanted me to remind you, any decent work you can find, take it. But just try to stay out of trouble. Oh, and once you give me those horses, well, after that, we'll talk again. Oh, I do so enjoy these conversations. I'm used to them on account of my brother. Let's go, Clive. well, Horley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy? Get that horse hidden away, Clive, and ready to move out as soon as we can. All right. Here's the money you earned. Now listen, Horley came by and gave me a message. He said to go see your friend Cripps up at your camp. Now listen to me for a second. Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them. Just as soon as we are set up, okay? Nice meeting you. You know what? Hold on, boy. I call him boy because I'm older. 30 minutes, he went black. Let's give our friend here back the horse. It's yours. A sign of faith and future business. If you want to buy any extras or sundries for the animal, head inside. They've got a lot available. See you soon. Come on, Clive.
Well, YJ, thank you on the character. Wow, I didn't realize responding to you guys I could hear myself. But yeah, thanks on the character anyways. I try to put some thought into them. And that's basically how it starts. We're going to go ahead and see what going all the way out to the camp is. And then I'm going to take a bit of a break as adulting apparently has to get involved here shortly. So I want to thank everybody who stuck around for the beginning of Red Dead 2's online beta.
How do you get on with Clay Davies? Horrible little wretch, in my opinion. Pop this and pop that. I'd like to pop him, a slime bucket. Anyway, I've got everything set up. Well, what we have so far, place is pretty nice. I think you did a good job for you. I'll earn my keep. When you get too old to fight, what choice have you got? It's either work or beg. And I'd rather work. Oh, I saw Horley. Now, he wants you to come down and meet him in Blackwater when you get a chance. I think he might have some work for you. Oh, and while you're out on your travels, you may see some folk with employment opportunities. Good folk, bad folk, looking for a tough guy with a gun to help them. Up to you if you listen to them, I guess. You know, I used to like that kind of stuff. One time, I almost helped a clown steal an elephant. But that's a very silly story. Welcome home. Make yourself at home. It is your home.
And as I close it off, once again, thanks everybody for watching. I'll do another one of these maybe later today.